Hello, everybody. This is Tamara Childs here with the August podcast. It's actually a forecast, but I call it a podcast too. Wow. So we have a few shifts in August, and I'm here to talk about that. And I've drawn several cards. I always draw 4 cards for the month. So let's get started. So we start the month, I believe it's the 3rd of August, we have a full moon in Aquarius at 11 degrees. So this is an activator for the fixed signs. Those Leos, Scorpios, Aquarius, Leos are going to be feeling that, especially around 11 degrees if you have any planets at that degree. And if you happen to be a Leo rising, this would be your relationship house. The reason I mention this, we're going to get into this a little bit more with the cards. This is a relationship time. This is there's a lot of tension and some excitement and some need to create harmony with our significant others, with our relationships in general. And also our relationships with ourselves. You know, if you think of the other being an aspect of yourself, that's something we're going to be looking at. So you Leo risings, you can even look at Leo sun if you wish, but in terms of actual manifestation, it's going to be your relationship house if you're Leo rising. Just pay attention to this very beginning of the month, because this is where some relationship stuff is going to pop up. Also interesting with the lunations, especially so the full moon and the new moon, but starting with the full moon is, you know, we do have Uranus squaring. So we are in a time of great change. You know, everything that I've looked at, whether it's in the cards or in the astrology, has to do with activation of change. It's not easy to change. There's a part of us, a part of our brain that resists change and feels unsafe whenever it's like, who moved my food dish? So that, just pay attention to the part of you that is excited to be on the precipice of change, and the part of you that is pulling back and feeling like, this is too much for me. I can't go there. I'm too stressed out. So we're going to be walking this fine line all month, as we have been throughout 2020, of embracing real transformative changes, things that are rolling out in our world, things that are rolling out in the economy, things that are rolling out in our personal lives that are really different than what we're comfortable with. And we're going to have to keep embracing this, whether we like it or not. It's just, this is the evolution of us right now, collectively. Everybody's going through an evolution, and it's messy. It's the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, and that mushy state in between where the cells are mutating so that you can become this new thing. And just picture that everywhere. Everything is mutating. And so it's not comfortable. You know, it also reminds me of like what you go through at puberty or maybe menopause, where your body is going through these radical shifts, and the hormones are the most, they're like the glue of our perceptions. That's not quite the right word, but they govern our perceptions, our hormones. And as our hormones change and our brain chemicals, we have a different experience of reality. And so this is a time when the world is going through huge chemical changes. Like that's the metamorphosis. It's alchemical change. So I just wanted to enter the August reading just saying that outright, that we have a backdrop that's like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, and it's been going on, and it's going to continue to go on. So we just have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. So we have that full moon in Aquarius on the 3rd. Pay attention this month to Mars. This is a powerful energy because it's in its home sign of Aries. It generates a lot of heat, and of course, transformational energy, especially toward areas that feel like they are filled with old ideas, the dead wood, you know, the concrete blocks of your elementary school that where you thought you had to be a certain way, or teacher's pet forever. This is what we're dismantling right now in the world, and we're doing it individually. So this is sort of the metaphor, or the ideas that your third grade teacher instilled in you that no longer energize you now that you're a different age than third grade, right? So if you are a cardinal sign, or you have cardinal planets in Aries, Libra, Capricorn, or Aries, you're going to be feeling this Mars transit. It's going to be triggering change, kind of like acupuncture needles going in. I'm very sensitive, and so when I've had acupuncture, it feels almost like a burning sensation. And other people who have a different type of body, they love when the needles go in. But what it's doing is it's rerouting the energy in your body. And because this is cardinal fire, we're dealing with Aries energy, it's going to feel like you're going to feel the burn. You're going to feel a burning sensation at times this month, and that's okay. It's just, forewarned is, it's makes us all wiser. Also, the planet Venus is going to be moving into Cancer. It's like the sun moves out of Cancer, so we're relieved from all that oppositional energy with the Capricorn planets, but then Venus, our planet of how we nurture ourselves, our money, our harmony, our ways of creating harmony and feeling good, then it's gonna move into Cancer. So it's gonna create some situations of unease or disharmony as she gets into tension with Mars, or with that Capricorn stellium, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So the transits that we're going through challenge us to create change in our lives. And, I was thinking about this as I was writing it down. It's like, oh God, more change. Everything's about triggering change. And then I thought about areas of my life where I really resist change. Like there's a part of me that hunkers down like a little toddler. And it's like, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to change. But I have to change for my highest good, These are the areas of your life you have that are going to be triggered. So they're the areas that you feel like, I can't change. This can't change. It's going to kill me to change in this way. And yet that's the place where you have to have the courage. Mars in Aries is about courage, and it's a really strong energy. It's very activating. We're going to have it for months too, because it's going to go retrograde. Mars retrograde. Woo. That's that's an implosion. That's an explosion on the inside. So just keep that in mind, that if you are not willing to act in your highest, best interest, you may feel an implosion. You may feel like I'm going to explode inside. And, just saying, if everybody's going through this, then what will the world look like? We're going to see some explosions in the world as well. But it has to do with us taking this raw and beautiful fire energy in, Mars in Aries, and letting it meet up with, or do some battle with, the status quos in our life. How is the status quo not serving you anymore in such a way that you feel deadened? And how can you use this fresh new energy to excite change for you? It's very exciting, August. Okay. I'm challenging myself to keep these podcasts much shorter than I have in the past. So I want to get to the tarot cards. So the first card that I got is the Ten of Cups. And I'm going to hold this right up because I know I'm a little square on this video. The Ten of Cups is emotional satisfaction and fulfillment, peak emotional experiences. See all those cups? And it's very orange. It's very full. It's very second chakra. It's emotional. I also got the Devil. This is the temptation to feel in bondage to inferior impulses or circumstances. And for this reading, the way that I'm reading the Devil card is that we have some damaging attitudes and mindsets that play out as an external situation. Who's the devil in your life? Who's the devil on your back? It reminds me of that song when I was a little kid. It's hard to dance with a devil on your back. It's hard to feel that joy when you're in opposition or in bondage. And also this can also be the Capricorn stellium, because the devil card is connected to Capricorn, which is those societal structures. I'm just gonna show you all the cards and then we'll talk a little bit more. Then I also got the Three of Cups, play, circulation of joy, involving other people, socializing to create a circulation of energy that feels good to you. So remember, this is a card for August that we're going to be circulating. This is an image of a fountain. And in order to feel the best, it's almost like activating those happy chemicals in your body and your brain, comes from embracing movement, creating a sense of movement and circulation that involves other people, creating fun events, getting together with other people, socializing. You need that input of other people. You can't be isolated or in your own, lockdown situation. You've got to have some social circulation going on. And the last card I got is the Lovers. Intense bonds with others, significant others, duality, Gemini themes, important choices, choosing passionately or fully. So let's talk about this, because in looking at these cards, the very first impulse that I had, the reading on it, is that there's a possible overload or a feeling of too much in the feeling sense. So this means excess. This could mean something excessive going on for us in August. It may be that all the deprivation we've been feeling in the last few months, it's like we're reaching for an overload of feeling good, or there's this clamoring for looking for personal satisfaction. But if you look at these cards individually, the Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups can kind of support each other, because getting together with others and circulating and socializing can lead to a sense of fullness and emotional fulfillment. But when we look at the Lovers and the Devil card, that's where some concerns come up for this month that I just want to talk about. Because, I was looking for a gentler or another word for the Lovers, but honestly, the word that my intuition wanted to use is passion. And passion is not a calm energy. It's a drama-driven Romeo and Juliet kind of energy related to pain, because, we have this card in sequence with the devil. And this means that we have to consider situations where we're actually addicted to pain, or anguish, or even a cruel relationship with ourselves, where we have a tendency to kind of put ourselves in bondage or subdue our Ten of Cups experience, not allow ourselves to just feel at home and feel in love with life and feel like we're okay and life is okay and we can have our cups be full. So I would ask you this month, where are you addicted to feeling split or dual-minded, no matter what the situation is? Just going into this dual-minded, indecisive, not quite satisfied with anything energy, feeling like your passion is something that's sort of torturing you, like, oh, I can't have what I really want, and turning that desire sequence into something that's painful for you or an anguish for you. In what way are you attracted to overly intense or painful relationship scenarios and drama? So remember that Venus and Mars are going to have some tense conversations this month, and this is both the sort of juiciness of a sexual tension, but it's also how are you using tension or allowing tension to keep you just off balance enough this month that it becomes an anguishing experience rather than a cups full experience. So those are some of the questions that I have for this month. I mean, there's a lot, as there is every month. I mean, we're just going full steam ahead right now. Here are the cards all together. So we've got that Ten of Cups, We've got the Devil, the Three of Cups, and the Lovers. And so how can you make some choices um, for enthusiasm instead of passion? How can you make choices that are allowing you to be satiated or full or fulfilled rather than feeling like you have to have an addiction to new experiences or an addiction to something that you don't yet have? So I'm going to end it there just to keep it short. If you'd like to reach me for a reading or for my blog or other conversations, you can check me out at the links below, tamarachilds.com. I have a wonderful course, an e-course called Understanding Empaths that walks you through it's a whole audio course in creating an energetic boundary for yourself so that you are not pulled off balance so much by what's going on in the world. So please check those links out. I wish you a wonderful August and thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.